Hi guys, it's Rachel. So I usually do hauls on my other channel. That's where I do my makeup hauls and my fashion hauls and accessory hauls and things like that. But I have a whole heap of books that I recently ordered, and I thought, why not do a book haul, because then I can show you guys what books I've been reading, and this is the channel that I want to do a lot of my book videos on. So I thought if I show you the books that I will be reading in the future, then you guys can read them too, and then maybe we can do book club videos or review videos or just general discussion videos, whatever, about these books if you guys have read them and like them too, or even if you don't like them, I'd love to hear your opinion on them either way. I like hearing opinions from both sides. So I thought I would do that. I actually planned on doing a little Kindle book haul as well, because I feel like I read just as many books on my Kindle as I do on just like real life books. But I am actually refilming this video because I filmed it and then I imported the footage recently, and I just look really funny and I don't know why. Part of it is probably the lighting and I look really shiny, which is kind of gross, but it was really distracting. So I thought I'm going to film it again, but because I've actually read a lot of the books from my Kindle already, I've kind of showed them in favourites videos and stuff like that. So in the future I will definitely do a Kindle book haul if that's something that you'd be interested in. If you read books like ebooks digitally and you'd like to see some of the books that I've been purchasing digitally, so we can talk about those as well, then definitely let me know in the comments below, because I will do that, because I figure why not? It's the same as purchasing real life books. But anyway, for this video I'm going to show you some of the books that I've purchased recently, and there is a few, and they're mainly young adult books, or they're all young adult books in this little haul, but I just want to show you them so, like I said, you guys can read along with me. So the first one I have here is Divergent by Veronica Roth, and I've actually purchased these all in hardcover because I've recently been on a hardcover kick, and it was mainly because I found one of these books has an absolutely gorgeous cover and I really wanted it in hardcover, and then I thought I want to buy more books in hardcover if I'm going to buy them, because I figure that they look a lot nicer on a bookshelf and whatever, and I really want to have a bookshelf in my new bedroom to display all my books, and I don't know, I just wanted some nice books in hardcover, and I purchased all these books from the bookdepository.co.uk. I'll put a link to it in the bottom bar below. I use that to purchase a lot of my books. When I don't purchase them in store, then that is the place that I purchase when I purchase online. And I could basically get the hardcover books on there for around $15, which is the same price that I could pay for the books in softcover here in Australia. So that's why I got the hardcover books. So anyway, I've digressed, but I'm going to come back. The first one that I have, like I said, is Divergent by Veronica Roth. And I picked up this book because it is probably the #1 book that gets recommended to me, especially when I mention The Hunger Games. Anytime I mention The Hunger Games in any of my videos, both on this channel and the other channel, people suggest to me to read Divergent. So I thought, why not? I've heard good things about it. I'm going to try it. So this one says, it's basically, this one says on the back, sorry, one choice decides your friends, one choice defines your beliefs, one choice determines your loyalties forever, one choice can transform you. So that's kind of what the back says, and from what I've been told, basically it is set in a dystopian society, probably futuristic, which is kind of why I think that most people recommend this after I talk about The Hunger Games, because it has, I guess, in some ways a similar premise. But this is where, so society is divided into 5 factions based on particular virtues. So there's the honest, the selfless, the brave, the peaceful, and the intelligent. And basically, I think once you turn 16, you have to choose which faction you go to live in, and that will determine the rest of your life. So that is sort of the general premise of the book. I don't know much more about it, but I'm really looking forward to reading it. And like I said, if you've read The Hunger Games and really like that, I've been told that you'll really love this one too, so maybe we can read along together. The next one that I have here is called Shatter Me by Tara, I don't know how to say it, Tara Maffey. I could be totally, or I'm pretty sure I am totally butchering the name. And this is kind of a cheat haul book because I have actually already read this book. I purchased this for my sister for her birthday, so back in November, and I read it and absolutely loved it. I loved it so much that I really wanted a copy for myself to have, mainly because I like having the whole collection of books, and I know there's another one coming out, the next one in this book, which I'm really excited about. So I kind of wanted to have my own copy so I could reread it, and then so I could have it and store it with the next one. I don't know, it seems really silly, but that's kind of why I bought another copy of this. But again, it is set in a dystopian society in the future, And I'll read you the little blurb. It says, "You can't touch me, I whisper. I'm lying is what I don't tell him. He can touch me is what I'll never tell him. Please touch me is what I want to tell him. But things happen when people touch me. Strange things, bad things, dead things. No one knows why Juliet's touch is fatal, but the re-establishment has plans for her, plans to use her as a weapon. But Juliet has plans of her own. After a lifetime without freedom, she's finally discovering a strength to fight back for the very first time, and to find a future where the one boy she thought she'd lost forever." And so to find a future with the one boy she thought she lost forever. So it's a really interesting book. It's definitely set up for a series. I don't know how many books there'll be in the series, but there'll definitely be a number 2. It is really interesting. Again, like I said, it's set in a dystopian society, but it has a different premise to all the other ones. It's the reasons for why the future is like this is probably slightly similar, but it's set up the same. Like I said, there's the re-establishment, which is basically who controls the world now and controls people with hunger and with their power and things like that. So really interesting book, and I highly recommend it. So it has a really good, strong female heroine, which I like about that as well. The next one that I have here is Fracture by Megan Miranda. And I love this. I love the colour of this. But I actually saw this in a book haul video by Elle Fowler, or on Elle's Glitter Gossip, which is her second vlog channel. And she read out the back of this and I was instantly intrigued. I think that's a really good sign of a good writer or a good book, is when the little blurb on its own is well written and can draw you into the story. So I'm going to read it for you. So it says, "A lot can happen in 11 minutes. Decker can run 2 miles easily in 11 minutes. I once wrote an English essay in 10, no lie. And God knows Carson Levine can talk girls out of her clothes in half that time. 11 minutes might as well be an eternity underwater. It only takes 3 minutes without air for loss of consciousness. Permanent brain damage begins at 4 minutes, and then, when the oxygen runs out, full cardiac arrest occurs. Death is possible at 5 minutes, probable at 7, definite at 10. Decker pulled me out at 11. So I reckon just that alone, it really intrigues me. I don't know much more about the book, but I really want to read it. And it's quite a short book, so I think that I'll be able to get through it quite quickly. So I'm really looking forward to reading that one. The next one I have here is another recommendation from you guys. I can't remember the exact person who recommended it to me, but I'm really looking forward to reading it, so thank you for recommending it to me. And it is called Delirium by Lauren Oliver. So this is the book here, and it says on the back, "They say that the cure for love will make me happy and safe forever, and I've always believed them until now. Now everything has changed. Now I'd rather be infested with love for the tiniest sliver of a second than live 100 years smothered by a lie." So again, I don't know a lot about this story, but my general understanding is that, again, set in a dystopian or a futuristic or some sort of society where they believe that love is actually a bad thing, that it makes people crazy, and basically no one is supposed to love, and this girl has fallen in love, and it's basically the story of how, I guess, society wants to cure her and how she doesn't want to be cured. So I'm interested to read this one, and I know that the next one, which I think is called Pandemonium, is already out. So as soon as I have read this one, then I'll be able to read the next one if I really enjoy it. So I'm looking forward to reading that. If you've read this one, let me know what you think, and if you've had a chance to read the next one yet, if you like how the story is progressing, because I'd like to hear more about that. And then last but not least, I have one, and this is the reason why I purchased all hardcovers, and this is called Entwined by Heather Dixon. And I actually found this one because I was on, I don't know if it was Goodreads or on, it was another like book reviewing website, and they had like a list of like the top 10 covers for 2011 or something like that, and this was on it, and I immediately fell in love because I think it is probably one of the prettiest book covers I have ever seen. It's just, I don't know, it's gorgeous, and I love the picture, and I love the dress, and I love the fact there's like a castle in the background, and it just looks like a fairy tale come to life in this book. So I picked this up not purely for the cover on its own, but close to it because it's such a pretty cover. And basically, what does it say? Azalea is trapped just when she should feel that everything is before her. Beautiful gowns, dashing suitors, balls filled with dancing, it is taken away, all of it. The keeper understands. He's trapped too, held for centuries within the walls of the palace. and so he extends an invitation. Every night Azalea and her 11 sisters may step through the enchanted passage into a room to dance in their room, to dance in his silver forest. But there is a cost. The keeper likes to keep things. Azalea may not realise how tangled she is in his web until it's too late. So I don't know much more about this story. I do know that it must have a similar link to the story of the 12 Dancing Princesses. Again, I don't know that story, but I do know the Barbie and the 12 Dancing Princesses movie, or Barbie and the 11 Dancing, I'm not sure. It sounds really sad that I actually know this, but I actually don't mind the Barbie movies. I find that they're a movie that you can, or the DVD, whatever, that you can watch and not have to think about it, and sometimes I can watch them to fall asleep in. So I may sound like a 14-year-old or a 13 to 12-year-old, 9-year-old, whoever Barbie movies are aimed at, but I have seen Barbie and the 12 Dancing Princesses and I liked that story, so I think that I will like Entwined. And like I said, for the cover alone, I think it's an absolutely gorgeous book, and I am really intrigued to read what the story is about. So they are all the books that I have in my book haul. If you've read any of them, like I said, let me know in the comments below and let me know what you think, or if you have any recommendations, also let me know. And again, just let me know if you'd like this kind of video, if you'd like to see more book hauls. I do book orders on a fairly regular basis because I read quite a lot of books and I get through them quite quickly. So I definitely would do more of these videos if you guys would be interested. So that is it from me. I'm going to go. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!